If you just joined us, welcome to the show. Earlier on, we were touching base with the team from Eco Hour, and so thank you so much for stopping by, because of course the conversation does continue. And to you ladies, I have the next question that I'd like to ask, because we in South Africa, it's such an incredible environment that we are living in today. Why do you think that, or how do you think that people at home could contribute in helping save the environment that we are living in today?
Okay, I'll go first. Consume sustainably. Consume sustainable goods, support local and sustainable businesses, conserve energy and use energy efficient appliances. If you can use renewable energy instead. Save your water, can use water wisely. In Cape Town we had a big water crisis. And I'd also add policy advocacy. So join your local political organizations to advocate and push for sustainable policies, and that could include pushing for renewable energy instead of coal to ensure that our environment is clean and safe for us as well as the animals around us, so we have that to enjoy for a while as well. And I'd add raising education awareness around climate change.
And just a few minutes ago, during the ad break, we were speaking about getting into that habit. As human beings, we just want things so easy, and we are so lazy when it comes to, being part of a cycle where it benefits generations to come. Gemma, how would you say that a person watching, and to myself as well, could get into the habit of, doing things better and helping the environment today?
Well, I think it's about just taking a moment to think about every single thing that we do, and not thinking about ourselves as separate from nature. So every action that we take has an impact somewhere, but because we don't always necessarily see it directly in front of us, it just disappears, Like we flush our toilets, it goes somewhere, we don't know where that is. Somebody tosses something, we don't know where it ends up. So really just taking responsibility for every single one of our actions, and then trying to get those habits in place. So we all had to remember to bring our shopping bags. Have you got some kind of system where I hang my bags on the door, so I know, okay, I've got to pick that up when I go. Just having a pause to think about it.
So why do you think that today, with everything that you ladies have just been saying, why do you think that Eco Hour is so important in terms of the platform that they are providing and educating people with creating a better and a safer environment?
Well, there's a lot of great information in there, and the thing is that it's got different themes, so you can see how the different things are connected with one another. So water, for example, as a very important theme. Water is connected with everything. We all need water. We only survive 3 or 4 days without water, whereas we can survive longer with no food. If we don't keep our water clean, if we don't think about what we're throwing into the water, what's being polluted in the water, then that affects our actual chance to survive. But water is also connected with waste. It's connected with biodiversity. Once you actually start looking at it, you see how everything all joins together. And maybe one way of seeing our impact is to get involved with cleanups in our area. So when people are doing the beach cleanups, they're cleaning up the rivers, the canals in your area, that's where you see firsthand the impact of how people don't care about our water. Every time we throw something into the environment, or we're not cleaning up after ourselves, we're affecting our future water supply. And in Cape Town, we are super lucky because we've actually got an incredible water resource here. We've got this mountain where it's got springs, over 30 springs coming out of this mountain. We've got more than 14 rivers in Cape Town. We've got wetlands that are internationally recognized as wetlands of importance. Our whole city is a Ramsar site, which means it's a wetland of international importance. And that wetland is our safety net for our water supply when there's droughts. If we're not looking after it, it's actually going to affect our future. So if you just take one thing like that and look, okay, what's going on in my area? Where is the water in my area? How is it looking? Is it filled with rubbish? What can I do to get involved with cleaning that up? How can I help the people in my area who are doing that work? And then it kind of goes from there, because then you start realizing, oh, okay, if I don't think about that, then down the line, that's where we're going to be. And if we want to have kids, if we want a future for our children, that's got any kind of hope of survival. And we can thrive, all of these things are possible. We can build a really beautiful world. And it's happening in little pockets. And what Eco Hour is showing is the pockets where it's happening. Who are those people who are doing that work? What are they doing? They're living the future now. not only identifying the problems, but saying, hey guys, here are the solutions, and we can step up, we can make it happen.
And would you say that there are projects and collaborations that are currently happening in terms of hashtag no plastic, hashtag no straws, because I know you ladies are no straws, please. Where are these projects and communities forming that people at home can be part of?
So at WWF, we do have a plastics team that advocate for no single-use plastics at all. So no paper, straws, just no plastics at all. And there's a range of amazing projects that people can go on the WWF website to have a look at. In terms of climate change, we work in communities, fishing communities such as the Kesikama community, and in grazing communities such as in the Drakensberg Maluti area, and that is helping those fisheries and farmers there to take care of their land so that they always have clean water and food for their fish as well as for their livestock. And we also help them have a market so that they can sell their fish and their livestock and keep the environment around them sort of pristine and use it sustainably so the environment can keep giving back to them so that they can still have their livelihoods with them as well. So yeah, we have a range of initiatives like that and a whole lot of policy advocacy advocating for renewable energy use instead of coal, and in shifting towards renewable energy, trying to say they should be equitable, it should be equitable, there should be justice around that area, and that everyone should still have a job and everyone needs to have access to electricity, it should be cheap and should have ownership of it. So those are the type of things that we're working on. Yeah.
And I know, Gemma, you spoke about what people can anticipate for the show coming on tomorrow, but what would you say are some of the goals you have for the months to follow for the rest of 2023 for Eco Hour?
Well, obviously, we want to build our audience. We'd like to have as many people watching as possible. So if you watch and you really enjoy it, then we really invite you to, get on social media and invite your friends and your family to also watch. And I think there's just a lot of information there. If there's something that really touches you and you see, okay, that thing is happening, how can I turn that into action in my own life? If every single person who's watching finds something in that hour that they can relate to, that's like an easy, doable thing, or it inspires them to read more, find out more, but also just to take action, to do something in their lives. We want to create like a wave of change. And people are doing it, and people want to do it, but I think sometimes we get a little bit paralyzed by so much information, and a lot of it is negative. So find the people in your communities who are doing the stuff. They are there. Every community has got people who are doing really cool stuff. Find them, help them, get involved, make it happen.
Yes, be part of the conversation, be part of the family as well. Thank you so much to you beautiful ladies for being here. And of course, we know that Eco Hour, as I've mentioned, does launch tomorrow from the hour of 2 till 3, and the repeat does come on Sunday as well. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be amazing, as Jemima and Nokwe has said. There's so much to learn. There's so much to talk about. So do make sure that you're tuning in and being part of this conversation. Thank you so much once again. And of course, as I've mentioned, Mr. Weekender, Mr. Buddha, Mr. Fashion Mogul is in the building, and he's not alone. He's standing by with Martin Phillips.